everybody, I am Jedi Jack Penguin and welcome to another LEGO Thoughts video. So today we're going to be looking at the August/September 2020 catalog for the US from LEGO Shop at Home and LEGO stores. Right front and center and getting right into this, we have LEGO Super Mario. We have LEGO Mario right in front of us. I do not own any of these sets yet. I really hope to get at least the starter pack sometime in the near future. So you guys can expect a review for that once I get it, since I really want to try out this new LEGO Mario stuff. But either way, let's move on and just get right into my thoughts. So opening up the catalog right from the front, we have a quick little message from LEGO just explaining, delaying some of the new LEGO products. We also get another one of those explanations right in the very back of this particular catalog. We also do get an advertisement for the free LEGO Super Mario app right there, which you can use to get the building instructions for the other sets that are included within this particular line. We also get a little bit of information about LEGO Mario himself, as well as a list of all of the LEGO themes that we can find within this particular catalog. Also note that we will be seeing some sets that are not released yet inside most of the United States. A lot of these should be coming very, very soon, and a lot of them have already started showing up in Target stores. So opening this right up, we're going to start with the starter pack right here, Adventures with Mario Starter Course. This retails for $60. I don't really know if that's a good price for this, though definitely it is mostly for the technology aspect for Mario, who you can only get within this particular pack. Hopefully I'll be getting this sometime in the future. Definitely one of the only ones that I will be picking up right away when it comes to this particular theme. We have the Desert Pokey expansion set, the Piranha Plant Power Slide expansion set, the Guarded Fortress expansion set, and then Whomp's Lava Trouble expansion set right there. All of these have the expansion set at the very bottom. Since they do not include the Mario character, they just add on to the world that you can expand from the main starter course thing. I don't think I'll be getting any of these. None of them really excite me too much. Moving on from there, we have Boomer Bill Barrage expansion set, and the one that I probably will pick up next, that being the Mario House and Yoshi expansion set, only because it has Yoshi and it has that Mario house from the Paper Mario, which is also very interesting to note as a little reference right there. We also have the character packs, which is something that I might try and get. Those retail for $4.99, though you can get them for the $3.99 price at some particular stores. Moving on from there, we have Toad's Treasure Hunt expansion set. That's a really cool $70 set. I don't think I'll be getting it though. It's really cool though just to see Toad and all those little Toad houses. I really hope that LEGO decides to make them minifigure scale sometime in the future, though I think that we'll be seeing at least this particular thing going on for a little bit longer. Moving on from there, we have our power-up packs, including some different suits for your Mario characters right there. If I get any of these, it would have to be the Cat Mario right there, since that would be super cool to get. And moving on from there, we have probably one of the most interesting sets from this particular wave, though I don't really have any plans of getting it. We have Bowser's Castle Boss Battle expansion set. For $100 you get Bowser right there, and this very cool castle build right there. Nothing really that I would probably buy right away, but it's something really cool that I hope to get maybe in the future if I can find it on clearance or something. Moving on from there, we have probably one of the most interesting things that has came out of this Nintendo partnership with LEGO. We have the Nintendo Entertainment System, or the NES. This is really cool. For $229.99, you get an original NES right there. You get the original Super Mario sort of cartridge right there that even fits in it. Most of these are prints, which is something that I really love, and even some of the stickers are meant to be stickers in real life, like from the very back of the TV or stuff like that. We even have like one controller right there, and even like an ability for you to have Mario play the original Mario soundtrack, and even like, it's really cool, this particular set. It would be something that would be at the top of my buy list if I had the money for it, though as one who has to mainly save for the Harry Potter sets, as being one of the main things that I really love about my channel being Harry Potter, I do have to miss out on this particular set. Don't think I'll be getting it anytime soon. If I find it at a yard sale, that would be like beyond amazing, though I don't really think that would ever really happen. Moving on from there, we have LEGO Friends. I don't really have too much of anything really to say. A lot of these are very similar to other sets that we have seen in the past. You know, some of these are very interesting. Some of the part usages are very cool. I really like this boat right here. That's very interesting. We have Emma's Fashion Shop right there for 30 bucks. Moving on from there, we have Dots, which I don't think I've ever really talked about the Series 2 for Dots. We have the extra Dots packs for $3.99. Might pick up at least one of those. Some of these other, like, Dot sets, you know, they're interesting. It's not really something that I'm into, though. It'd be something that I just pick up if it was on clearance or something like that. Moving on to the big thing that, you know, I'm definitely going to talk the most about, we have LEGO Harry Potter. All of these say available September 1st, though Target stores right now are starting to get them as of August 15th. Hopefully I'll be getting the Astronomy Tower sometime very, very soon in the future. But either way, we have the Hogwarts Room of Requirement. That's going to be a $20 set available in September. I did just recently review that this past week or so. Then moving on, we have the Hogwarts Students Accessory set. Very cool set to get some of those Hogwarts uniforms right there for all of the Hogwarts houses. Very nice for army building and stuff like that when it comes to your students. Moving on from there, we have Hedwig. This is the buildable Hedwig. This is going to be a retail exclusive from Barnes & Noble in the United States. Hopefully I'll be able to get that around September 1st, since this will not be releasing any earlier. Underneath that, we have the 4-privet drive. I have reviewed that previously in the past. You guys can check that out in the description below, card above. We have the Attack on the Borough. This is going to be a Target exclusive in the United States. Really can't wait to get my hands on that and build that up and review that and compare it for you guys. And then underneath that, we have the Forbidden Forest Umbridge's Encounter right there for 30 bucks. Very amazing set with some awesome characters, including Grob for the very first time in LEGO form. Definitely one of my favorite sets from this particular wave. Check out my review in the description below as well. Moving on from there, we have some LEGO Creator 3-in-1 summer sets right here. Well, actually, I don't know if these are summer sets exactly. Yeah, these are the summer sets, though we don't have the picture of the pirate ship for some reason going on over here. That's probably one of the more interesting sets from this particular creator wave for the summer. Tempted to get, though it's not really something that I necessarily need. These are still very interesting though, both of them having minifigures and also some interesting parts. Moving on from there, we have the new LEGO Art, or previously known as LEGO Zebra sets right here. This is the Marvel Studios Iron Man Mosaic. This is very cool. This is the first set to include dark tan studs, which you'll know why I know that and why I need those in a future video. These all retail for $120 in the United States. We are also getting 3 other ones, which I don't know if they show them within this particular catalog, and you can also buy multiples, so then you can have 3 different displayed, or you can have all 3 built into one particular long character build or mosaic. Moving on from there, we have some more of the newer Marvel sets right here. I didn't really plan on getting any of these. None of them really interest me. We have the Iron Man helmet bust. This retails for 60 bucks, just like these Star Wars ones that we saw back in April. A lot of really cool parts for this one, especially a lot of those golden pieces are very interesting to see. Otherwise, moving on, we have the Iron Man Hulkbuster versus AIM agents. This set is not something that interests me. A lot of the characters in there are bleh, and also we've gotten a Hulkbuster in the past. This one doesn't really look as exciting as any of those, and it's still like 40 bucks for that, not really something I would buy. The Avengers Tower Battle, this is probably the only summer set from Marvel that is actually interesting. We get a lot of interesting minifigures, though, you know, the AIM agents still not really something that I really care for right there. Underneath that, we have the Iron Man Armory. This is also a very cool set, since this is supposed to attach to the previous Iron Man Hall of Armor set that released back in last year. Moving on from there, we have DC superheroes. We have the Wonder Woman versus Cheetah set that released back in April. That is a really interesting set. I would probably buy it if I had the money for it, since it looks very cool. Very nice Wonder Woman and some other things going on right there. That's just a very interesting build, something that we really haven't seen before within LEGO form. Underneath that, we have the 1989 Batmobile. This is a really amazing direct-to-consumer set. It's something that I would really love to own inside my collection, but it's something that I probably will never get. We have the 3 sets from DC Comics Superheroes for the summer wave. Sadly, we didn't really see anything for this year for DC Comics other than these sets and the collectible minifigures and that thing, which is very disappointing that they didn't really deliver anything of value. Maybe next year we'll see something really good, who knows what'll happen, but we've been seeing mainly just a lot of these Batman type sets right here. We get some interesting minifigures in the mobile Bat Base set. I do really like the Batboat, the Penguin Pursuit right there. Even though it's a 4+ set, you get some interesting minifigures right there, including the newer big, humongous, giant cape for Batman for some reason. This set is interesting for the minifigures, though it's not something that I generally care for either for the builds. Moving on from there, we have the Ford Mustang right there, and then we have the Crocodile Locomotive. We also have some of the other direct-to-consumers listed down here, which are some of the older ones. You know, nothing really too special with these, nothing I really need to say. We have this set, which is something that I don't really care for. We have the Haunted House, which is something that is really cool, even with like the power functions and stuff, with a lot of the Adventurers references. Black Box doesn't do it for me. Just, okay, we're done with that. Moving on from there, we have the Modular Buildings. You know, you've heard my thoughts on a lot of these. Don't really have to say anything here. We have our one Disney set within this particular catalog, that being the Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse buildable characters. This was definitely a surprise. I wasn't really expecting LEGO to make another Disney direct-to-consumer this year, but I'm really happy that they did. This is a really cool set. Really like it for display purposes, though it's not really something that I generally would buy for myself. You know, as a Disney fan, I like this. It's really cool. There's a lot of very nice printed and stickered pieces right there just to get the point across. A lot of interesting parts, especially like the black barrel pieces within the necks of these characters, which I just recently found out about, which is really cool. But, you know, for $180, not really something that I generally really need in my collection. Moving on from there, we have this Lamborghini. Not really something I'm interested in, since I'm not really into Technic. Same thing really goes for a lot of these things. Not really something that I generally need within my collection, and they do not show the off-spray within this particular catalog if you are interested in that. Either way, moving on, more Technic stuff, nothing that I really want to talk about. We have the one and only Monkey Kid. I'm really surprised that they're only showcasing one of the Monkey Kid sets in here, which I think that they probably should have put all of them in there. I don't know why they're just not really promoting this theme as much as they could, since this theme could do well. And even this set, I don't know why they're promoting this one out of all of them. This set is, it's horrible. I don't like this set. It's not really something that I generally would buy for my collection. It has some interesting minifigures, yeah, and the build is something that we haven't really seen ever in LEGO form, though you probably could have seen this technically in Nexo Knights, sort of. It's not really something that I'm a fan of. A lot of the other sets within this theme are amazing, though the prices for this theme is not really something I'm a fan of. Moving on from there, we have the Architecture line, which the only set I really want to talk about here is the White House for $100. Very nice new version of the White House. We saw this previously, I think back in 2013, and I did review the older one that I bought at a yard sale. You guys can check that review out in the description below as well. Moving on, we have some of our LEGO Ideas sets. We have the International Space Station, which is a disgrace. When we could have gotten Stitch instead, would have been something that I would have really liked to see in LEGO form instead of that thing, which we get enough space stuff, not really something that I need in my collection. Pirates of Barracuda Bay. That's an amazing set. Really love it. Wish I can own it. Something I probably will never own in my collection. We have the Grand Piano right here. This is an amazing looking set right there. Really cool overall idea. It's something that would be very nice for display, but not something that I generally need in my collection either, especially for the price. You know, the power functions is also very interesting in there. Moving on, we have VIP, join for free. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, which I definitely recommend signing up to be a LEGO VIP member if you buy a lot of LEGO, since it does help rack up the points, even though the point system is a little annoying nowadays, especially the way that you spend your points. I think it's a really good idea if you buy a lot of LEGO from Lego.com to become a VIP, since it does give you a lot of very nice offers. Moving on from there, we have LEGO Ninjago. For some reason, it shows this as brand new. I don't know if that's actually new or not. I think that released in January, if I'm not mistaken. I don't really know exactly, though, so yeah, just tell me in the comment section below if I'm wrong on that. We have the Spinjitzu Burst characters right there. We have 3 of those for this particular wave. We have the Skull Sorcerer's Dragon for 80 bucks. That's a really cool dragon build, and I think that this particular wave of Ninjago sets is just amazing, especially this set right here. When I saw this back with the leaks, I was like, this set, I really want to buy it, but I know I'm not going to have the money for it. And just look at that minifigure selection as well. Very nice minifigure selection, in addition to that overall build that looks very cool. Underneath that, we have Zane's Minnow Creatures right there for 50 bucks. Not really an interesting set, though the minifigures are cool. And they, of course, skip the one set that I would really like to talk about, which is the Wu Dragon set for 20 bucks. That would be a set that I would definitely buy from this particular wave, especially one of the $30 sets I think is very interesting as well. Moving on to the part that you probably have all been waiting for, we have LEGO Star Wars. These are pretty much all of the summer sets that are releasing for the LEGO Star Wars theme. We have Anakin's Jedi Interceptor. Probably not going to buy it, was going to buy it for a comparison, but $30 for that, not really something that I would do, considering the build is very similar to the 2014 one, though you can check out my review for that in the description below. We have the one set. Am I buying a 501st Legion Clone Trooper set? Am I buying a 501st Battle Pack? Yes, I am. I'm buying a 501st Battle Pack. That set is really great. You get 4 Clone Troopers right there, 4 of the 501st Legion Clone Troopers, one of them being the Jet Troopers, 2 of these Battle Droids, 2 interesting builds, though the builds aren't really that good as they could be. It's going to be nice for a comparison video, definitely, and definitely just to get the clones alone right there within that particular pack. That set has been selling out like crazy. There's a lot of things that I could say about that, but I'm not going to say it here. I'm going to wait for my review. Moving on from there, we have the Knights of Ren transport ship for $70 right there. That is an interesting set. The minifigure selection, not really a fan of it. The build is cool. You know, I haven't collected any of the Knights of Ren, so I don't really see any interest in buying that particular set. We have General Grievous's Starfighter, one of the most overpriced LEGO Star Wars sets to date for 80 bucks. The minifigure selection sucks, you know, I just wish that they could have included Commander Cody in there. I definitely agree with a lot of people who say that. The build for this, it's a nice build, but the price for it is definitely what kills this particular set, including the minifigure selection and having a reuse of Obi-Wan and having the reuse of Anakin right there, you know. Yeah, I do sound a lot like M&R Productions when I say that, but fine. That's really all that I have to say for those particular sets. And then underneath it, the one set that I am also going to be picking up, we have the Armored Assault Tank, or the AAT. For 40 bucks right there, you get one of the Ahsoka Troopers, and you get Ahsoka Tano right there from the Clone Wars. And we also get 2 of these battle droids, and of course, the Armored Assault Tank, which I'll share my overall thoughts on that in my review. Moving on from there, we have the Mandalorian and the Child Brickheadz. This has been released everywhere as of August 1st of 2020. I still have not gotten my hands on it, though I have seen it in stores, and I have not picked it up since I am just going to wait a little bit longer to get my hands on that set, but I will be buying that sometime in the future. Underneath that, we have the Death Star Final Duel. This is technically a re-release, or just a different version of a very, very similar set. I did own the previous version of this that released back in, say, 2015, though I don't own that particular version in my collection anymore. So definitely I was eyeing this set as something that I possibly could buy inside my collection, especially because of that Darth Vader with arm printing who, oh wait, he's not exclusive anymore, because look on this other side, we have the new 18 plus Bespin Duel set for 40 bucks right there. You get the same Darth Vader that comes within the Death Star Final Duel set right there. This is a 40th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars set. I just want to zoom in on this particular set, since this is now actually pretty much confirmed to be available from both LEGO stores and LEGO Shop at Home. This was previously supposed to be a convention exclusive from Star Wars Celebration, but now it has been produced as a worldwide set. So far I know that you will be able to get this from LEGO stores, LEGO Shop at Home, and even from Target, I think, as well for this particular set inside the United States. As for Canada, this set has already been pictured to be available from Toys R Us. But as for the rest of the world, I don't really know exactly, though I think you guys should be able to also get it from LEGO stores and LEGO Shop at Home as well. And then finally, I do have to talk about the Resistance ITS transport ship right here. This is based off Galaxy's Edge and will be a Target retail exclusive. This is also a retail exclusive, but I don't know exactly where this will be available. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say for that. Final 2 pages feature 2 of the busts from back in April, as well as the A-Wing from May right there. Very nice direct-to-consumer set right there. Complete the fleet. And then that finally brings us all the way to the very back where we have the new AT-AT right there for $160. Yeah, it's okay. I already have an AT-AT from back in 2014, so I probably won't be picking this one up. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say for this particular catalog thoughts video. I hope you guys enjoyed my thoughts on these sets. I did get a little bit ranty for some of these particular sets, but I think that's fine. I'm just gonna leave it in there. 2 big things that I think are definitely missing from this particular catalog, considering it is for both August and September, is both the Harry Potter Series 2 collectible minifigures and the new Harry Potter Diagon Alley that should be releasing September 1st as well. But other than that, I would like to hear you guys' thoughts on some of these sets. Leave them in the comment section below. Also remember to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so every time I upload a new video. So yeah, that's it for now, and I will see you next time. Bye!